Alright, good evening, everyone. I'm back with another play-by-play. Tonight we're doing the second half of the Rockets-Lakers game, Game 5. The Lakers up 62 to 51 and a chance to advance to the Western Conference Finals if they can close it out. They had a commanding lead in the first quarter, but the Rockets slowly started to crawl back. Harden got things going. They really ramped it up on defense, and now it still is an 11-point advantage for the Lakers. I honestly expect Anthony Davis to have a big second half. That's what I'm looking at for the Lakers. And yeah, all right, got a viewer in here. Thank you for tuning in. Um, oh man, the thumbnail didn't turn out like I thought it would, but that's okay. Nah, that's alright. I'm not gonna change it. I'm just gonna leave it as is. Okay. Yep. Another viewer just checked in. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, I'm just gonna be doing the second half. I like watching the first half just to kind of get a feel of the game, and yeah, so we'll be doing the second half. Right now, it is halftime. We got commercial break. Although I do think we're going to be starting up here very soon. Yeah, we just returned from the commercial break. So obviously, due to copyright legal reasons, I can't show the game. So I'll just be doing play-by-play, kind of like a radio broadcast for you guys. So, let's yeah, I haven't done the game in a couple weeks, 3 weeks, I think, 2 to 3 weeks. I did the Rockets vs Thunder series, and now I'm back. I just honestly, I really pick games that are most convenient for me, um, and I just so happened that I'm available to do this game, and the Rockets just happen to be playing again. But this should be an entertaining second half. We are actually. Oh nope, they're just showing highlights right now. So we'll kind of go through the box score real quick. So for both teams. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Got the box score. So for the Rockets, James Harden, 19 points, shooting an efficient 7 of 11 from the floor. And that's about it. Westbrook is shooting 3 of 8 for the Lakers. It's LeBron James. He has 19, shooting 6 of 11. And again, Anthony Davis has only taken 2 shots that first half. So I should expect a little better from him in the second half. Anticipate him to be a little more aggressive. So here we go. Second half underway. It'll be James Harden down low, guarded by Danny Green. And he'll kick it over to the corner for 3. Good. And PJ Tucker getting things going. I forgot I need to be doing the scoreboard. Let me get that going. Perfect. Okay, so 54 to 62 with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope guarded by Robert Covington. And Covington tried to go for the steal, left Pope open for 3. 3 on the shot clock. James to Morris. The 3 on the way is good. And Markieff Morris with the basket. I'm going to be a little rusty. It's been a few weeks since I've called a game, so yeah, I got to get back into it. 65-54 is the score. Markieff Morris is 3 for 3 from downtown. Tucker open for 3, and that's good. PJ Tucker, back-to-back threes for the Rockets. Back down to an 8-point game in the early stages of the third quarter. 2 big threes there for PJ Tucker. Here is James guarded by Harden. They'll swing it over to Anthony Davis. James, between the legs, trying to size up Tucker for 3. No good. And Robert Covington hauls in the rebound. And it'll be Harden with the basketball. Nice crossover. Euro step, and the layup is good. James Harden getting shifty on the Lakers defense, and the basket goes. Meanwhile, Green will swing it over. Morris, another 3. He got it! Another 3-pointer for Markieff Morris. Morris brother I actually respect. And it is a 9-point game. Sorry, Marcus Morris, man. After what happened with him and Luka, I just it's hard for me to respect Marcus Morris. Meanwhile, Westbrook gets past Davis and he puts in the layup. Russell Westbrook gets his first basket of the second half, and already we're getting some quick buckets in this third quarter. It is 68-61. James guarded by Westbrook. And Morris will try to set an off-ball screen for Davis. It doesn't really work, though. James will pull for three. That's good! LeBron James from downtown. Back up to a 10-point lead. My goodness. The scoring is on display for these two teams. We know these two teams are capable of scoring a lot. As Covington misses the three, Morris gets the rebound. And, yeah, it's on full display here. James trying to put the moves on Harden. They'll swing it over to Green in the corner. He got Covington to jump, and he draws the foul. So it'll be 3 free throws there for Danny Green. And he will go to the line. So Danny Green at the line. He has 6 points on the night, shooting 2 of 4. And the first one is no good. With 9:01 to go, the Lakers leading 71-61. So, yeah, I have a little been slacking a little bit on the uploads, but I will get back to it. You know, I've just been trying to enjoy this second round a little bit, and I've also been busy. School's, you know, started back up since my last video, and, you know, I gotta focus on that. That comes first, and, you know, I'm not taking a broadcasting class this semester, but it's still, I'm trying to, you know, do as much as I can as Harden draws the foul. But I'm pretty much just doing these for this fall semester until I get back to doing broadcasting at Solano next semester. So here is Harden. He is guarded by Danny Green, and a kicked ball. It looks like I believe that's the call. And it'll be an inbound from Westbrook. He gets it back from Tucker. Westbrook over to Gordon. And he gets past James. Down low to Covington. Gets the contact from Davis. No foul called. James on the other end is fouled by Westbrook. The last time I did a Rockets game, Russell Westbrook was not playing. Well, actually, the last broadcast I did was Game 3, Rockets Thunder. Yeah, the Thunder won that game. They were down 2-0 and they came back. I remember that was an insane overtime game. Chris Paul coming up clutch. It was an exciting game to watch. Meanwhile, James will swing it down to Caldwell Pope, and it'll be Davis down low in the post, guarded by Harden. 4 on the shot clock. Davis trying to make a move. Fade away. High arc shot is no good. And Westbrook comes down with the rebound. Here is Westbrook on the other end. So aggressive all the time, but he misses the layup. And James on the other end, driving on Gordon. Lob to Davis, and he didn't put it in, but James on the offensive rebound, and that's good. And LeBron James with the basket. 75-61, the Lakers on a 7-0 run. And ball poked loose, stolen by Morris. Here comes Caldwell Pope. And he gets the layup to go. A timeout from Mike D'Antoni. He had to take his mask off. He was that mad about the call. And it is a 16-point Lakers lead as we head into the commercial break. Wow, this game is getting out of hand here. And the Rockets, they got to find a way to come back or they will be eliminated. Which would really, I mean... would really suck. Here, I'm just gonna take a quick break real quick. Oh, of course, the NBA just... Oh, oops. I pressed... I'm on the wrong account. That's rough. I just commented on the NBA's live stream, like, hey, I'm doing play-by-play on my channel, but I did my other account, and... Yeah, that's really awkward. Because, they're gonna go... If they did click, they're like, okay. Where's it at? Yeah, so I gotta fix that. I won't do it on other people that are doing their broadcasts. They deserve their viewers. I'm not gonna take viewers from them. That's just messed up. That's like if I had like 20 or 25 people watching and this dude comes in and says, hey, I'm doing it on my channel, and I lose like 10 viewers. This is not right. Okay. So hopefully we can get some viewers to come on in. But man, it sucks because the NBA does steal a lot of those viewers. But what can you do? You know, it is their game, so I get that. Okay, I think we just gained another viewer, so welcome on in. Okay. And I also need to post on my Instagram a little more. Yeah, and also since the NFL season's coming back tomorrow, I'm gonna be doing more. I don't know if I'll do a few play-by-plays, maybe for like Monday night games or Thursday night. We'll just have to see. But I will have like my week 1 reaction video that'll come up very soon. So we are about to return from the commercial break. And, okay. Okay. Yeah, and I'm honestly really excited that NFL season is back. It was a great game between the Chiefs and the Texans. The Chiefs, they won 34-20. It was a pretty dominant win. I watched that game from start to finish, and it was good to see football just back. And for the Cowboys, they take on the Rams tomorrow on Sunday Night Football. Hopefully they win, man. I would love to start the 2020 season with a win against a pretty good team in the Rams. You know, they're not as good as they were when they went to the finals, or Super Bowl. Don't worry, I do in fact know my stuff. We just gained a new viewer. Welcome on in. So, here we go. Westbrook with the ball, and they'll swing it over to Jeff Green. And, yeah, the Lakers, they got out to a huge lead. The Rockets have to respond. We'll see what happens. Down low to Green. He missed the layup. Westbrook gets the offensive rebound. And he is going to work on Davis. Gordon driving, trying to find a man. He doesn't do so, and he just throws the ball out of bounds. A turnover for the Rockets, and, man, this could get really ugly quick. 7:11 to go in the third quarter. Make a wish. LeBron James guarded by Tucker. And James pulls up, and the mid-range is good. My goodness. LeBron James is in his bag right now. 79-61. And the lead grows. Blinding. How can you watch for free? Just stick here, man. Just stay here. You're watching it for free on YouTube right now, so. But if you're actually wanting to know, I would guess. Well, it's on ESPN. If you don't have ESPN, I can't really tell you that. I don't really know, but I do have play-by-play. So, thank you for tuning in, Blinding. Appreciate it. But yeah, I can't answer that question for you. I don't really know, but you're listening to it for free right now on YouTube. That's the whole point I'm doing it for. So here is James, a bullet pass to Davis, and the layup is good, and the Lakers have a 20-point lead. My gosh, the Lakers are really looking good. Their chemistry is on point here as Harden will kick it over to Jeff Green. Gordon up top, guarded by James. And Tucker over to Harden. Back to Green for three. No good. And the offensive rebound goes to the Rockets. Gordon will try a three, and he airballs. Wow, the Rockets with an ugly possession there with under 6 to go in the third quarter. The lead is growing for the Lakers, and James will go to work for three. No good, and Harden secures the one-handed rebound. And it is 81 to 61. As the Rockets are trying to find an answer. We just gained a new viewer. Welcome in to the live stream. Going to be doing the rest of this game, so stay tuned for what is to come as the Rockets are really fighting for their lives right now. Down by 20. And they're just showing a replay of this Gordon. I'm not sure if they're trying to figure out if it's a foul on the Lakers. We'll just have to see. But it is Rockets basketball with Harden guarded by Danny Green. And that person left. All right. Here's Harden. Up top. Bounce pass to Rivers. Back to Harden. Harden drives. And an offensive foul on Harden. Rajon Rondo is able to draw the foul. And Harden doesn't like the call. That was kind of a soft call there. I don't know. I'm not really buying it. But anyways, Rondo, I think this is the first time he's checked in this second half. And he'll get it to Davis, who is guarded by Tucker. Man, P.J. Tucker's had his work cut out for him as Davis misses the mid-range. But Rondo on the other end, and Davis slams it home. Anthony Davis with the putback jam. But like I was saying, P.J. Tucker is really had his work cut out for him, man. Trying to guard Anthony Davis. You know, he's had success at times, but, you know, it's hard to guard AD with that height disadvantage. New viewer, just checking in. Thank you for tuning into the live stream. I will be doing the rest of this game. With 5 minutes to go in the third quarter, it'll be Jeff Green who will head to the free throw line. And Green has been a little quiet. He's had some big playoff games so far. He's been a huge bench piece for the Rockets, and he's been a little quiet tonight. But a huge signing from the Rockets. Without Daniel House, which I don't know the full story about Daniel House, but it is kind of crazy that he's no longer in the bubble now, as in the midst of a playoff run, which is it's insane. Anyways, both free throws went in for Green. Rondo trying to go to work, a nice step back on Rivers, didn't take the shot. Meanwhile, Kuzma will swing it to Green. 7 seconds to go on the shot clock. Green drives, and foul is called on Harden, and we just gained another viewer. Thank you for tuning in to the live stream. Oh, Dip Potato Chip, thank you. Jake with the comment W, appreciate it. And yeah, they're gonna call a foul on Harden. You know, it is interesting. I'll talk about it at the commercial break. We're still playing basketball here as Davis swings it over to Kuzma. Three-pointer on the way is no good. Rivers with the rebound. And he is guarded by Caldwell Pope. They'll swing it over to Harden. Harden, the floater is good. And the shot good from Harden. I don't know what I was trying to say. Here is Rondo, and he is guarded by McLemore. Rondo over to Green in the corner, and that is good. Danny Green with a three-pointer. You know, that was a really good find from Rondo. Obviously, if you're listening, you couldn't see it, but it was a really nice feed. It looked like he was going for the floater. He kicked it to the corner, and Green was able to convert. Here is Rivers over to McLemore, and a whack three is in and out from McLemore. I don't know what that was. We just gained another viewer. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, that was a really bad shot from Macklemore. And Rondo will go between the legs. He'll drive on Tucker, and a foul is called, but it's an offensive foul on Rajon Rondo. And the ball will go to the Rockets. It's still 86 to 65. So the point I was trying to make is it's really different doing like a radio, for like this is sort of like a radio, how a radio broadcast would go. Um, because and only doing it by yourself, you don't really have a chance to like gather yourself. When you have a color commentator, you can kind of take a break as I think a timeout is called. Um, you have a time to gather yourself, gather your thoughts, and like while the color commentator does their thing. But when you're by yourself, you have to do all the talking. And usually I have like notes. For Solano broadcasts, I'd have like notes that I'd bring in and talk about during the game. But since no one's able to watch the game when I'm doing these broadcasts, I pretty much have to call it as it happens. Otherwise, people aren't going to know what's going on. So I can't really give much backstory. It's definitely interesting. Wow, that Lakers fan. They're showing the fans, and this Lakers fan has Baby Yoda, or the child from The Mandalorian. That's a huge W. They showed it on their screen. Macklemore will try a three. Wow, two really bad shots from Macklemore. And here comes Davis on the other end. He is guarded by Westbrook. Are you kidding me? They just called a foul on Davis. I don't know what happened. Meanwhile, Tucker is left wide open for three, and of course he missed it. And it'll go to the Lakers. 86-65 is the score. Davis with 10 points, 11 rebounds. Rondo driving, and the layup is no good. Macklemore getting the rebound there. I'm hoping the Rockets can make this a little bit of a contest here. They're down big, and they've missed a lot of open shots. Rivers is guarded by Davis, and he'll drive, and he is denied by Davis, but Harden on the follow-up gets the layup to go. Kanai commenting W. Appreciate it, Kanai. So a timeout is called. It is 86-67. As the Lakers are trying to close this thing out and advance to the Western Conference Finals. We just gained another viewer. Thank you for tuning in. It's Leet in the comments section. It sure is, Jake. It was actually kind of popping off in the last game. I got, there was definitely a bit of a conversation going on, which was cool. But I do appreciate the support. And I think I just gained a subscriber. That's cool. I'm really just doing this for experience. While I'm not able to do broadcasts for Solano, there's no football, no high school football, no basketball, no nothing. Just professional sports, and honestly, college sports is kind of limited. The Big 12, they're playing their games. I know the Pac-12 isn't. I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on with like the SEC and stuff, but yeah, there's college football is kind of limited this season, so just kind of doing whatever games I can. Okay. Let's look. I want to check the Dodgers Astros game because baseball fans know how competitive of a rivalry that is. Meanwhile, the Rangers are getting absolutely whooped by the A's 10-0. Love to see it. If the Rangers get the first pick, that would be so awesome. I really hope that happens. They're playing like it, that's for sure. They got so many players injured. They're just playing like players I've never heard of in my life. So, let's go. Dodgers are up 5-1 against the Astros. That's good. That's nice to see. That is very nice to see. Okay. Got a couple more likes. I do. It's pretty sweet. Okay, so I thought we were back from the commercial break. They're showing Giannis. That's pretty hilarious, given the fact that um, he just unfollowed all his teammates on Instagram. How crushed do you think the Lakers would be if they lose in the finals and don't bring a chip to LA the year Kobe passed? That would really be sad, especially if, I mean, we'll see who they play, but I'm sure Kobe would be upset if the Clippers won the finals. It would be cool. It's like, yeah, an LA team, but I think a lot of people are rooting for the Lakers. Um, it'll be interesting to see how they do in the Western Conference Finals, assuming they advance. But yeah, that would be a huge blow for the Lakers, and of course, everyone's gonna blame it on LeBron because that's what everyone seems to do. So, um, yeah, but I think they got a really good chance. And when you have LeBron and Anthony Davis, you've always got a shot. Um, so we'll see what happens. Meanwhile, Davis has the ball and he'll fade away and he knocks down the shot. It is another basket for Anthony Davis, who started to get things going in this third quarter. But yeah, Kanai, I honestly I have the Lakers. I had the Lakers winning the championship before the bubble started. As Harden fades away and he knocks it down, I would like to see the Lakers win this thing. LeBron getting his fourth ring, and yeah, we'll see what happens. But it's definitely interesting, and given what's happening in the Eastern Conference, we have the Heat and the Celtics. We truly don't know who's going to win that series as Caruso tries a three, and that's good. Alex Caruso knocking down a three-pointer. He had a huge game 5. He had, I think, 18 points or something like that. That was definitely unexpected. As Harden has it with about a minute to go in the third quarter. They'll swing it over to Westbrook for 3, and that's no good. And Rondo will bring it up for the Lakers. I was really expecting this second half to go a little differently, but man, this is just a blowout. Um, Rondo over to Davis, the mid-range is no good. And a fight for the rebound. Green, it looked like he knocked it out. He's down on the floor. And it'll still remain Laker ball. Yeah, I'm looking at the NBA and they're losing viewers quick because this game's kind of getting out of hand. Here is Kuzma, spin move over to Caruso for 3. It's no good, and Green somehow gets the rebound out of nowhere, and then he knocks down the three-pointer. That honestly might be the best play I've seen from Danny Green this season. 94-69. Now, I don't watch the Lakers all the time, but that was a really nice play from Danny Green. He really flew in for the rebound, and you got to appreciate the hustle when you're up by so many points to still give it your all and get that three-pointer to go. As McLemore is blocked by Caruso, man, it's rough for him. Davis on the other end, he is fouled by Harden, and I think Harden has 3 fouls in this third quarter alone. I don't know where he's at on the game. But, man, Ben McLemore has airballed the 3 and he got blocked twice. That's tough. That's really tough. So, they're going to be having free throws here for Davis, for AD. And he misses the first one. My dad and I were having a debate as to who, or just a conversation about who would take Anthony Davis and Giannis. It kind of depends on the team that you have in front of you, like what team you're placing them on. I think as far as Dallas goes, I would say Giannis would probably be the better fit for the Mavericks, given that as meanwhile Tucker just hoists up a three. Uh, I'll finish my point in a second. So we head to the fourth quarter. It is 95-69. This game's looking all but over, as we'll see what happens in the fourth quarter. But yeah, I think for the Mavericks, Giannis would probably be a better fit, given the fact that he can handle the ball a little better than Anthony Davis. You know, Davis usually gets the ball down low in the post. Giannis can dribble it up, and he can run that pick and roll with Porzingis. Personally, I think that would be a better fit. But honestly, Anthony Davis, he's a better shooter. Um, Giannis is a little more aggressive. He's more athletic and a little quicker. So I think that's when you kind of compare the two. It's like, what do you want? They're both amazing defenders. Um, would Jake just asked, would Giannis on the Warriors be better than KD on the no? Would be better than KD on the Warriors? No, no, I don't think so. Um, until Giannis um, shows that he's just got that like dog mentality. I don't. It's in the playoffs. Like he could show it in the regular season, and he has showed it at. He's shown glimpses in the postseason. But KD, man, he could take over any game, and Giannis is capable of that. But I think KD and Steph would work a little better than Steph and Giannis. Those 2 years that KD won the championship with the Warriors, I mean, there weren't many better players in basketball. He can take over, and you know we kind of there's obviously in the finals those huge 3 pointers from KD like 2 years in a row. He hit like two deep threes. Giannis is not capable of doing that. Giannis isn't even capable of making a 3 pointer if he's wide open, let alone dribble the ball up and hit a shot from deep. So I personally think KD is a better fit on the Warriors. If Giannis went to the Warriors, obviously that would be ridiculous, and I would be so hot. But yeah, I don't know. But that's a good question. I think it would obviously put the Warriors in finals favorites, championship favorites. But it'll be interesting to see. I honestly think Miami is a contender. Obviously, I feel like Miami has the pieces there. Pat Riley, he's a very aggressive when it comes to free agency. So I would imagine that he's going to try and go after Giannis. The Warriors are obviously going to be a candidate for sure. I've seen Toronto's name. I mean, that could happen, and that would be pretty sweet, but I don't know if I see that happening. And I'm telling you guys, Dallas is a dark horse. I'm not saying that just because I'm a Mavericks fan, but the Mavericks have had ties with Giannis. They were going to draft Giannis in 2013, but they didn't. Um, so the Mavericks do have ties with Giannis, and I'm absolutely certain that Mark Cuban and Donnie Nelson are going to go all in for Giannis. And it'll be interesting to see. I agree KD's a better fit, plus KD was playing with prime Curry fresh off his MVP. Yeah, that is true. Um, yeah, I mean, those two together were an unstoppable duo. And I hope that Steph, when he comes back, fully healthy. Meanwhile, the fourth quarter starting, by the way, as Kuzma hit a 3 pointer, is now 98-69. I think, honestly, with Curry, I'm really hoping that Curry has a bounce back season. He played a little bit last year, or actually this year. That's so weird to say. As Green missed the layup, he is fouled. I think Curry should bounce back pretty well, and obviously we'll see what happens with Klay Thompson, given the fact he didn't play this year. We saw a little bit of Curry, but we didn't see any of Klay, so we'll see what happens. I think the Warriors are going to be an interesting team to watch. I think people kind of forgot about them for some reason. They still have Curry, they still have Klay. Andrew Wiggins is a pretty solid scorer. LA moments, this is too easy. Bro, I don't like the Rockets, so I'm low key enjoying this. But yeah, the Lakers are definitely dominating. Um, and they will advance to the Western Conference Finals. Green uh, makes the second. It is 98 to 71. Thank you for tuning in, by the way, LA Moments. Appreciate that. Um, Man, I already forgot my other point. Anyways, I think I already made it clear. The Warriors are definitely going to be competing next year for sure. As Caruso lost handle of it, it goes out of bounds, 98 to 71. I like doing this. I like you know uh, having conversations with you guys in the chat while doing, especially because the game's a blowout. I don't. If Nuggets win tomorrow, we have a problem. Man, the Nuggets are a great 3-1. When they're down 3-1, you know, they're 4-0. So that's interesting. I think the Clippers are going to close it, though. Honestly, I mean, Lou Williams struggled last game. They really only had PG and Kawhi. As Rondo's trying a three, what year is it? He made it, by the way. What on earth? Rajon Rondo just made a three-pointer. My God, this is insane. It's not 191, it's 101. That I don't know if I've ever seen Rondo make a three. As Jeff Green makes the three-pointer. Okay, my TV went out for a second. Nuggets in 7. Dude, that would be insane. Honestly, that really would. It's 101-74. Um, Murray and Jokic and Michael Porter Jr., they've all been spectacular. I haven't watched that series too much in depth, as LeBron missed the shot there. But, yeah, if the Nuggets win tomorrow, then it's goes to a Game 7. And honestly, that would be so impressive if the Nuggets were able to pull off back-to-back 3-1 deficits. That would be ridiculous, as James is fouled. But personally, I think for the sake of like a good Western Conference Finals, I think the Lakers and the Clippers needs to happen. As much as I'm not really a huge fan of the Clippers right now, with you guys all know what happened in that series with Dallas and stuff. I think to have a really good Western Conference Finals, we need the Lakers and the Clippers. As James knocks down a free throw, it is 102-74. But we'll see what happens. I'm not watching that game. I'm watching football. The game starts at 1 p.m. Eastern time. I'm not watching that game. I'm sorry. As Westbrook will swing it over to Covington. Covington drives. The layup is good, and they won't count the basket, though. They're going to call it travel. I would rather play the Clippers than the Nuggets. Why? If you're a Lakers fan, wouldn't you want to play Denver? I mean, is it just because of Jokic? Or is it just for the sake of like LeBron's reputation? Like, oh, LeBron catches another break, he's playing the Nuggets instead of the Clippers. If that's the reason, then I understand that. But if you're looking for the easier team, the Nuggets are not. Would be the easier competition. Sorry, I meant to mention that James did knock down the second free throw. 103-74. Nuggets would get worked by LeBron and AD. The Nuggets do have the height. They've got Jeremy Grant. They've got Michael Porter Jr. They have Jokic. They've got Bol. But yeah, I could imagine LeBron having a dominant series against the Nuggets. That's all the Nuggets would have. We just gained another viewer. Thank you for tuning in to the live stream. Meanwhile, Harden puts in the layup. It is 76-103. This game is just getting closer and closer. 9 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. James, between the legs, they'll swing it over to Morris. Back to Caruso in the corner. Green, that's Kuzma. He's able to draw the foul. Man, I just want to see Alex Caruso like catch a body. He blocked Harden earlier, and I was like, man, that was he got he turned the ball over, and then he came back on the other end and blocked James Harden. That was pretty impressive, I have to say. So Kuzma knocks down the shot. I'm assuming as Rondo heads to the bench, I'm assuming that LeBron's going to get subbed out here pretty soon. In Anthony Davis, I think they're going to play probably a few more minutes, and then they're going to get. This game is just about over. Man, I was really hoping for a competitive second half, but the Rockets absolutely flopped. And they didn't even show the free throw, so it's 105 to 76 now, and the ball just sailed out of bounds. But, yeah, I'm excited for that Eastern Conference Finals. Heat Celtics, Butler versus Tatum. I don't think the Clippers can beat the Lakers next round. I don't think so either, but hey, I gotta say, it's gonna be a good series, man. LA moments with that comment. It's gonna be a really good series, man. If assuming that happens, as Jeff Green's going to the line. Um, I mean, they had great games in the regular season, just back and forth. They played in the bubble. The Lakers won that game. Honestly, it's gonna be an exciting series, assuming the Clippers finish it out against the Nuggets, either in Game 6 or 7. Clippers been choking. Um, well, I mean, yeah, they had a chance to close it last night, but for the most part, they've been relatively dominant. From what I've been able to watch, as it's now 78 to 105. Clippers got way more depth from Jake. Yeah, that's true. The Clippers do have way more depth than the Lakers. I had to convince someone that the Lakers, and I'm not going to say who, that the Lakers have more depth than the Clippers. So, Lakers too big for the Clippers. That is, yeah, but you also have to remember Montrezl Harrell is a very persistent defender. And they also have this guy named Patrick Beverly. I don't know if you've heard of him. He tends to get on people's nerves. Um, but the Lakers are an experienced team. I feel like Rondo's just not going to buy into his BS. So that'll be interesting to see. Um, you know, Lakers just got the two stars who are unstoppable with some role players surrounding them. Yeah, I mean the difference is that the Lakers have the two core players. LeBron and AD are better than Kawhi and Paul George. So Westbrook rattles in the free throw, but yeah, I mean I think with the Clippers you have guys that can come off the. You have Harrell, you have Lou Williams, Reggie Jackson, Zubats as Caruso just got blocked. Um, I hate to say it, but Marcus Morris will get you a bucket. Um, and there's others that I just can't. Jamichael Green, Paul George haven't been playing good. Hey, look at this box score of last game, man. He played good. He hasn't. I agree. Like for the most part, he hasn't been that great, but he. I think against the Mavericks, I would say he had 2 good games out of 6, which was really not good. Um, and I haven't been paying close attention to how he's been doing against the Nuggets, but he did have a good last game. As Harden puts in the free throw, it is 82 to 105. By the way, with 8:05 to go in the fourth quarter. That's LA moments. I think that's going to be a huge key to the series is how Paul George plays. If he plays like MVP Paul George, like MVP candidate from 2 years ago, we could have a really competitive series. Actually, no, that was last year. Yeah, last year Paul George was an MVP candidate. So if he plays like that, we've got a really good series. But I still expect the Lakers to win. Jake and LA moments, you guys are both making some good points. Um, and we've just got some arguing. I'm not really sure what they're arguing about. There's 7:49 to go in the fourth quarter. The Rockets kind of made it a little bit interesting, but not a whole lot. I just want to say appreciating all the support for the people that have tuned in for I don't care how long. I appreciate it. As James has it, he's guarded by Rivers. He drives to the basket and he is fouled. So James will go to the line. I don't know what on earth LeBron is doing. He's like shaking his head a lot, like moving around, really weird. Oh, he got hit in the head by the ball. That's pretty funny. What the? Okay, so LeBron was about to start beef with Austin Rivers, but then he turned back. He's like, you know what? Nah, I'm good. Uh, he's like about ready to confront Austin Rivers, and then he turned away. So James has 28 points. He's just been a beast this game, pulling out everything. He's in his Duffy. As Westbrook is now yelling at the Lakers bench. Someone seems salty that they're about to get bounced out. That's usually what happens, you know. Players are frustrated. And honestly, I would be really frustrated too. When you come into this bubble, you've been stuck in this bubble since the beginning of July. That's all you're focused on. You don't have much going on outside of basketball. You're really only thinking about the next game that you're about to play. Man, and when it comes to the end, you know, I would be frustrated too. So usually expect that in elimination games when, you know, it's kind of getting out of hand. So James knocks down the second. It is 106 to 82. Harden on Caruso, Green in the corner, and he missed it. Man, I can't remember the last time the Rockets actually made a jump shot. They've not been playing well this fourth quarter, or this entire second half, to be honest. James, mid-range on Harden is no good, and Green with the rebound. Harden trying to drive on Kuzma. They'll swing it over to Westbrook, and the layup is no good. I don't like the Rockets' offense, man. I mean, for what I've noticed, they really are just spread out on the perimeter, and it's either Harden or Westbrook that's going to go to work, and then you got to hope that, you know, you have to the other three players have to expect to take a three-pointer because that's all they really usually shoot as Davis traveled. But, yeah, it's just, it can work. It can get you back into games, but it can really take you out if you miss a lot of shots. Meanwhile, they head to commercial break with the score being 106 to 82. And Westbrook is once again yelling. Man, this dude does not stop. It's insane. Okay. So yeah, we're in a commercial break now. Let me see. I just gotta go over and check something real quick. Appreciate whoever just subscribed. It means a lot. I can't wait for football tomorrow. I'm so excited. We're gonna have some really good games on tap for week 1 of the NFL season. I didn't think it would happen, man. I really didn't think it would happen. But here we are. We're gonna have football. I was under the impression, like, I was just like thinking, you know what, this is probably, there's so many players. I subbed earlier. Okay, thanks, Jake. Westbrook got a fan kicked out. What? Is that what happened? Okay, I don't see. I don't have the game volume on. I'm watching it on mute, so I don't really know what exactly was going on. Ain't no way. He got a virtual fan kicked out. That's pretty funny, to be honest. How we get a fan kicked out? LOL. Yeah, for real. Like, what happened? LA Moments, you're gonna have to kind of uh, explain. That's what they said. I wonder how. Like, what? Did they just say, okay, turn off your camera, you're gone? Like, what? How is that possible? Like, they're like, you know what? Sorry, we're gonna disconnect you or turn off your like, leave Zoom. You're gone. Is that what happened? Like, I've never. Only in 2020 would a virtual fan get kicked out. That's funny. And of course, Westbrook. Let's see. Major W for that fan got noticed by Russell. That is dope, to be honest. Like, to get recognized by Westbrook, like, no matter how, even though it probably wasn't in the best way, that's still funny. One of the people in the background waved goodbye or said goodbye, and Westbrook got mad. Really? And he got kicked out for that? Oh my god. Was it a? Maybe it was a fan. Was it someone on the court? Maybe it was like a staff member, because I don't think the fans or the players can hear the fans. I don't know if that's possible or not. I don't know. Oh, you're just saying they waved though. So if that's the case, then I don't know. I mean, I don't see an empty seat in the virtual crowd as Gordon got denied. Harden for three, no good, and the Lakers or the Rockets continue to miss their shots. Imagine one of the players' kids waving goodbye. That would be pretty funny. Harden taken away by James, and they get it to Caldwell Pope. Yeah, I don't see it. Maybe it was like a like one of the players' wives or something. I don't know. Well, actually, I wouldn't imagine that would be the case. It must have been a virtual fan. The fans are guests of players, they said. Okay. Yeah. Oh, so okay, that makes sense. As Kuzma hits a three-pointer at the end of the shot clock, my God, they're showing the Lakers fans and they're like so hyped. Like, guys, you do realize it's a blowout. Like, the game is over. That's pretty funny. It is 109-82. Like, they were jumping up and down like I reacted to when Luka hit that shot. Oh, it was Rondo's brother that said that. Wow. that's funny. Okay, that's dope. Okay, that's pretty funny. Oh, respect to Rajon Rondo's brother. Oh my God, he got kicked out. That's hilarious. That's pretty funny. Okay, well, anyways, Westbrook just missed a layup, and I think he got fouled. Wow, that is crazy. What on earth? Wow. Rondo's brother. Wow, that's insane. So Westbrook is clearly annoyed by. Then Rondo got mad and said something to Westbrook. See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, Rondo's not going to deal with whatever Patrick Beverly. Like, if they play the Clippers, Rondo's not going to put up with it. Like, he will start beef with Beverly and try and get Beverly kicked out. You know, the problem with the Mavericks is at times they kind of let the trash talk from the Clippers kind of get to their head. You can notice it as, you know, I mean, that's just kind of what happened because they're young. You know, most of these guys are playing their first playoff game, first playoff series, and yeah, but Rondo's not going to put up with it. So James and Davis are on the bench. Meanwhile, Westbrook and Harden are still in. Kuzma will swing it over to Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. We have a Jared Dudley sighting. That's pretty funny. Jared Dudley, basically, he owns Ben Simmons, so. Then a three-pointer is good from Horton Tucker. And it is 112 to 83, 4.5 to go. It's good to get those deep bench, the players that are on the deep bench to get their minutes in. Taylor Horton Tucker with his second shot made. It is 112 to 83. I'll be honest, I didn't know who Horton Tucker was before tonight. Had no idea. So we're back to a commercial break. As we're getting closer and closer to the end of this game, the Lakers will advance to the Western Conference Finals. And for now, we just have the Clippers and the Nuggets to watch. Another viewer just checked in. Thank you for tuning in to the live stream. I will have some more stuff coming up soon, and I'm trying to get some interviews in. I just, like, I've been debating whether I want to do interviews on Zoom. Personally, I would rather, like, I don't want to do them at the same time, I don't want to do them in person because of COVID, unless I, like, and I don't really know where I would do it because Solano College is closed and I can't get into the broadcasting studio right now. So I might do some interviews. I'm not really sure who I'm gonna interview, to be honest. That's the first problem. So we'll just have to see. But yeah, I'll have some more live streams coming up, and I'll also do some NFL videos and probably some MLB once we get closer to the postseason. This MLB season's been interesting. It's really up in the air for who's gonna win the World Series. I honestly have no idea. In the beginning of the year, I had the Rays and the Dodgers in the World Series, and that was like my bold prediction. It's like, yeah, I wanted to say Yankees Dodgers, but I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go with the Rays. And right now, the Tampa Bay Rays are first, have are the 1 seed in the American League, and the Yankees are the 8th seed. The Yankees might miss the playoffs, which is ridiculous. But we'll see what happens. Oh, am I getting too boring, or is the game just over? So you got some people just clicked off. That's all good. Let's see. We're almost done with this game, and then I'll just end the live stream. Oh, we got them back. Okay. So yeah, we're still in a commercial break. Let's see. You know what I'm excited for is Tom Brady making his debut with the Buccaneers. That'll be exciting. I think they're going up against New Orleans, if I remember correctly. Let's see, NFL. Week 1, I think so the Buccaneers are taking on the Saints. That's going to be good. Brady versus Breeze. Exciting. Gonna be looking forward to it. And meanwhile, Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals, they just announced it's on Tuesday. So that's what's happening with that. Tuesday is when we will get Game 1 between the Heat and Celtics. So 4:20 to go in the fourth quarter as Rivers lost it. I don't know if we got a comment or not. I don't think so. Because I clicked out of the stream for a second, so... I don't think so. Oh? Wait. Oh. Okay, cool. Alrighty. So Westbrook, he will sit. He shot 4-13. I don't see the hype about Westbrook, man. I really don't. As Rivers makes the first one. I'd like... Westbrook's obviously a talented player, but they're not pretty. Okay. Who do you think should have deserved the Rookie of the Year? Ja Morant. Ja Morant absolutely deserved Rookie of the Year. Zion Williamson had a bigger impact. In the small sample size that we got from him, he was fantastic. Don't get me wrong. I love what Zion Williamson did in his short amount of time before the bubble. which is what they're basing it off of. But Ja Morant played a whole season. I mean, that's kind of the difference, and to take that away from Morant would be a little disrespectful as Rivers knocks in the floater. Because let's be real, like Ja Morant and Zion Williamson, they'll kind of be linked together. That's probably going to be one of the only things that Ja's going to have over Zion, and taking that away from him would be, you know, be kind of messed up, in my opinion. I think Zion's going to be the better player, but Ja Morant played more this season and a lot more. It's not like it was like 10 more games, it was like 50 more games, so, or 40 or something like that. So, yeah, that I mean, Ja Morant was a superstar. He's got a great three pointer. He's athletic. He could get to the basket, and um, Zion can do a lot of those same things too. But Ja Morant played better this season. And yeah, definitely Ja. Yeah, I agree, Jake. Definitely Ja Morant. Um, as Dwight Howard's at the free throw line and he missed it. It was 113.87 with 3:30 to go. Thanks for the question. I like answering basketball. I like answering questions in general. It's pretty fun, especially given the score. Um, and we have a Dion Waiters sighting. That's interesting. Getting all the bench. They're emptying out that bench for the Lakers, trying to get people their reps in. So Harden's on the bench, and Dwight Howard made the second. Does he get 3 free throws? I didn't. Again, I haven't really been paying close attention. Who do you think's winning, Heat or the Celtics? Okay. Man, I haven't really thought about that. Um, I'm gonna take the Heat. I'm gonna take Miami because the way they've played, and don't get me wrong, like Boston's been dominant, and they've played really well as too. But I don't know. I just like the Heat a little more as Macklemore made a 3 pointer. I think they're on a hot streak right now. Jimmy Butler is cold blooded in the playoffs. He was the best player on that team in the Sixers for the Sixers. In last year's playoffs, he's been the best player on the team this year. Tyler Harrow has been a monster from three. Bam Adebayo has been solid. And I like what they have coming off, the bench or whoever their role players. They've got Jay Crowder, Andre Iguodala. Goran Dragic isn't a role player, but surrounding Jimmy Butler, Goran Dragic has been really solid for Miami. They've got Duncan Robinson as well, who's like a Tyler Hero 2.0. I think the Heat are going to win the series, but it's going to be close. I wouldn't be surprised if Boston wins as well, because Kemba Walker, we all know how talented he is, and Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown's been huge for Boston, so we'll see what happens. But I would love to see a Lakers Heat finals. Seeing LeBron James going up against his former team, which he hasn't done, and in the playoffs, or no, in the finals, and trying to knock off his former team. So it is now 92 to 114, and I've said this, it would be really interesting for Dwayne Wade. It's like, who does he root for? His best friend or the team he played for essentially his whole career? Like, it'd be interesting. I think you'd be happy for both. If the Heat won, it's like, yeah, that's his team. You'd be happy. But if LeBron wins, it's like, okay, bro got his ring. That's great. So 114 to 92 is the score with 2:38 to go, and Dwight Howard is back at the free throw line, and he missed the first one. Let's okay, and I'm trying to. Sorry. Okay, we're all good. He made the second one, and Macklemore missed another three. Dude, he's been. I know I've said it a lot, but he's just been bad. He's been really. I mean, a lot of players have not played well for the Rockets. While J.R. Smith, the Henny God, missed the three-pointer. Glad to see he's back in the NBA. Rivers will swing it over, and a block by JaVale McGee. He gets the rejection. Bro, this lineup right now, this is like the ultimate, like, meme squad right now, bro. They got J.R. Smith, Dwight Howard, Jared Dudley, and JaVale McGee in. Like, mega vibe check right now. As Rivers missed the three-pointer, and Dwight Howard just threw it out of bounds. I'm trying to see. I don't know who that was that took the three-pointer for Houston, but McGee got the block. Here is McLemore. He'll try another three, and that's no good, and McGee gets the rebound. As we are just waiting for this game to be over because I'm sure the Lakers are just ready to get going for the next round. As Horton Tucker puts in the layup, he's still trying to prove to the coaches that he's deserving of some more minutes, and that's basically what these garbage time minutes are for. It's just trying to, you know, show off a little bit, get some buckets, get some confidence going. You know, J.R. Smith hasn't really been used a lot for the Lakers, but yeah. And right now they're just showing the Lakers bench. 1:10 to go. McLemore misses the first one, and his shooting struggles continue. I want to see I'll step out of the stream for a second as he makes the second one. What he's shooting. My goodness. He's not been... McLemore is shooting 3 of 9. Pretty bad. I didn't even know he made 3 shots. I'll be honest. Okay. As Dudley tries a deep 3, that's no good. 1 minute to go here in the fourth quarter. These I thought these final 4 minutes would fly by, but that's not the case at all. Here is a three-pointer, another one from McLemore. That's no good. And here is Horton Tucker. With 40 seconds left, he drives. Layup is good. And can the Lakers get to 120? I don't think they'll try, but we'll see. A step-back 3 from McLemore, and it's good. He made the three-pointer. I was really hoping... Like, I would have laughed pretty hard if he missed that. Oh my god, he's like taking every shot. So J.R. Smith's gonna dribble it out. There's still a separation between the shot clock and the game clock. But yeah, thank you for this was sort of a short live stream. I really appreciate everyone that tuned in and left a like and commented and whatever. I really appreciate it, man. Just trying to get some more experience with play-by-play announcing, and I'll have more games coming up soon. So McLemore will cap it off with the three-pointer. He missed it, as if he hasn't taken enough shots, and that will do it. So the Los Angeles Lakers will advance to the Western Conference Finals, and they are 4 wins away from advancing to the NBA Finals. And for James Harden and the Rockets, their season comes to an end. They fought hard against the Thunder, winning in 7, and they really were just outnumbered to the Lakers in this series. They lose 4-1, and the Rockets will head back home. So once again, thank you for tuning in to tonight's live stream, and I will see you guys coming up here in the near future.